Let's wish the students from both schools good luck. We encourage all spectators of this game to remember the purpose of education-based athletics. Good sportsmanship is expected at all events organized by Warrenton High School as we work to set good examples for our students and athletes. Now, let's begin tonight's action with our teams. From St. Charles West, I think you're straight, ladies. First, from St. Charles West, number 4, Ian Hollander. Number 10, Reagan Gomero. Number 11, Miley Jackson. Number 24, Alex Castro. And number 45, Zoe Hollander. St. Charles West is coached by Terry Hollander and assistant coach Jeremy Jackson. Now, for your Lady Warriors, number 1, Sophia Bacon. Number 2, Claire Goldsmith. Number 4, Zoe Duncan. Number 15, Savannah.
All right, we're ready for some hoop action tonight, a doubleheader of boys and girls action, starting off with the girls' varsity game, St. Charles West versus Warrenton. West comes in tonight's game with an 8-2 record, Warrenton 4-3, and we're underway. West gets the ball over to Govero. She starts the game at the point. Warrenton comes out in the man-to-man defense. Ball over to Jackson down in the corner. That's going to be Govero's three's no good. Rebound by Zoe Duncan. The Warriors are going the other way. Warrenton's going the other way. Duncan takes it all the way to the hoop. Shot's no good. Rebound by Nicastro. She gives it over to Govero. Over to Jackson. Jackson drives the lane, puts up a 10-footer. No good. Rebound by Hollander. Her shot's no good, and Michaela Whithouse gets the rebound. No score here in the first. Banky with the ball in the front court. Reverses it now to Goldsmith over on the left side. Back to Miller at the point. West playing man-to-man. Miller takes it to the hole, loses the handle. Ball goes out of bounds. West ball out of bounds. Goldsmith making Govero go over to the left, over to Eden Hollander, back to Govero. Inside into Nicastro. Miller gets a hand up on the shot, and the shot is good. Alex Nicastro starts the scoring for the West Warriors. Goldsmith dribbles to the right wing, picks up her dribble, gets it over to Banky at the point. Banky hands off to Goldsmith. Skip pass over to Miller. Miller on the left side. West has switched to his zone here. No, they're still man. And he got a foul on West. First foul's going to go on Eden Hollander. Warriors get the ball into Goldsmith. Skip pass over to Miller. Passes up on a three, drives, picks up her dribble. Back out to Goldsmith at the point. She drives the lane, gets it over to Banky. Banky drives the lane. Right-handed shot, no good. Fight for the loose ball, taken there by Zoe Hollander. Fast break for the Warriors, get up to Eden Hollander. Her left side layup, no good. Fight for the loose ball. Hollander gets it, takes it up, and draws the foul. Zoe Hollander, the 6'1 junior forward, will go to the free throw line. Foul goes on Warrenton's Michaela Whithouse, her first, team's first. Hollander shoots free throws at a 58% this season. First one rattles home. Second one's long. Rebound there by Jackson. Takes it back up. Shot's no good. Duncan with another rebound. Duncan, the 5'10 senior's got a couple rebounds to start the game early. Banky over to Goldsmith on the right side. Back to Miller at the point. Miller takes a couple dribbles, gets it over to Whithouse on the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Skip pass to Duncan. Nicastro gets a hand on it, but the ball goes out of bounds. Coach Logan's going to ask for a 30-second timeout. So early on, West has a 3-0 lead over Warrenton. Both these teams have one common opponent this year, and that's St. Charles High School. Warrenton lost a close game to St. Charles High School, 39-41, and West beat St. Charles High School. Points per game, Warrenton averages 39 points per game. West averages 49, so they've got a 10-point differential there, and they're both allow 38 points per game. So really the key for Warrenton is going to be to slow down the West high-octane offense. All right, we're back to action. Banky gets the ball over to Goldsmith. She's double-team out of the timeout. Dribbles out of it, gets it back to Whithouse. Over to Duncan. Her three's on the way. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Zoe Hollander gets the rebound. West on the fast break. Nicastro gets it down low, but Miller comes in and intercepts it, but she couldn't get her feet stopped in time and goes out of bounds. Good hustle by Miller to get in there and stop that pass. Otherwise, it would have been easy 2 points for West. Eden Hollander. Nope, that's actually Govera will trigger the inbounds pass. They get it out to Eden Hollander. Jackson at the point. She's three's on the way. Off the back iron. No good. Goldsmith with the rebound. Warrenton slowing things down. Like I said, trying to keep West under control. Slow down their high-octane offense. All right, Miller on the left side. Dribbles in. Elbow jump shot. It's pure. Good-looking shot there by Savannah Miller. 1 point lead for West. Dribble penetration by Jackson. Gets it inside to Hollander. Her 5-footer's no good. Warrenton does a good job of blocking out, and Goldsmith gets the rebound. She's headed the other way with the ball. Warrenton did a good job making sure they got bodies on the Warriors, or the West Warriors. Miller dribbles back out of the point, gets it inside to Banky. She takes it up over the bigs, and she scores. Warrenton has their first lead of the game, 4-3. Timeout from Coach Thomas paying dividends here. Corner to Eden Hollander. Skip pass to Govero. Over to Jackson. Jackson dribbles to the right side. Trying to feed the post into Castro. She's double-teamed. They reverse the ball. Three from Eden Hollander off the back iron. No good. Goldsmith's got her third rebound already. The guard averages 3 rebounds per game, and she's got 3 here in the first. She brings it up under the man pressure. Gets it over to Banky on the right side. Over to Miller on the left side. Dribble penetrates. Gets it back to Duncan. Duncan drives the lane. Throws up a right-hand layup. No good. Rebound by Nicastro. Warriors going on a secondary break. That's Jackson with the dribble into the lane. She's tied up. And I think they're going to get Goldsmith on the reach. They do. That's Claire's first. Backcourt pass goes into Govero. She brings it up. Over to Jackson. Warrenton switched to a 2-3 zone that time. Good shot. Good block out by the Warriors. Duncan's got the rebound, gets it over to Banky. Duncan's got a wide open three. That one's a little short. She had 19 points last game. Off to a little colder stop. Fast break to Nick Castro. She gets two. Good looking pass there. Head up by the guard to get the assist. West back with the 5-4 lead here. Miller getting double teamed. Gets it over to Woodhouse. She dribble penetrates. And they're going to get a reaching foul against one of the West players. It's going to be on Eden Hollander. That's her second. She comes out of the game. Into the game goes Caroline Quinn. Warrenton gets the ball inside. Miller's shot is blocked by Nicastro. Jackson slows things down for West. Gets it over to Nicastro on the left side. Skip pass to Govero. Warrenton falls into a 2-3 zone. Left side now. Jackson drives the lane on the right side out to Govero. West doing a good job of moving the ball quickly around that zone defense. Jackson with the ball. Nicastro comes all the way out to the left side to get it. Warrenton's really cognizant of where she's at. Jackson's three's on the way. Air ball. Banky with the rebound. Miller feeds the post to Woodhouse. She's double teamed, kicks it back out. Banky from the point, her three. Hits the iron, bounces long. Quinn with the rebound, gets it over to Govero. Govero brings the ball up to the court. Left side to Jackson, drives the lane, picks up a dribble, tries to feed the post. Michaela Woodhouse does a great job denying the pass and steals it. Banky bringing it up to other Kawhi. Duncan on the left wing, gets it back to Banky. Banky drives the lane, kicks it out to Goldsmith. She drives the lane. Miller with the baseline three. Bounces a couple times off the rim, no good. Woodhouse gets the rebound, takes it up, and draws the foul. Michaela Woodhouse played inspired inside basketball right now. Foul's going to go on Zoe Hollander. That's her first. Woodhouse goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Michaela's a 5'10 senior forward. First one rattles home. We've got a tie ball game, 5-5. Into the game for Warrenton is Jaden Cox, 5'7 freshman guard. Woodhouse makes both of her free throws. Warrenton takes a 1-point lead with 1.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Govero tried to hand off to Nicastro. Banky does a good job getting her hand in there and deflects it out of bounds. West will have the ball out of bounds on their far sideline. Quinn gets it into the backcourt to Govero. Warrenton's still in their 2-3 zone. Jackson now with the ball. Gets it over to Quinn. Quinn gets it to Jackson. She drives baseline into the middle. She feeds Hollander. Her shot's off the board. No good. Woodhouse with the rebound. One and done for West here early in the first quarter. Warrenton's really doing a good job blocking out on those boards because West is definitely taller than Warrenton. Duncan at the point now with the ball. Gets it over to Miller. She comes off the Duncan screen, dribbles to the free throw line. Corner to Banky. She shot fakes, spins, puts up a shot from the baseline, about 10-footer, no good. Rebound goes to Banky. She misses. Woodhouse gets the rebound. She misses. She goes back up and gets the rebound and draws another foul. Michaela Woodhouse really being aggressive on the offensive boards. Foul goes on to Miley Jackson. That's her first. Bridget Token checks in for West. All right. Banky inbounds to Miller. Gets it over to Duncan now. Over to Banky. Her baseline three is pure. Sophia Banky's got 5 here in the first. Nice look there from Savannah Miller to get the assist. Warrenton's got a 4-point lead, their largest of the game. DeCastro's going to go for the last shot here. 11 seconds. Gets it to Jackson. She drives to the middle. Kicks it out to Govero. 5 seconds. Jackson's going to take the three. Rattles in and out. Another great block out by Woodhouse. Warrenton has a 9-5 lead after 1 quarter. Champions aren't just made on the playing field or court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same spirit to your finances. Since 1939, the Missouri Bank has been the hometown MVP, serving Warren County and beyond with cutting-edge banking and an old-school integrity. Our mission, to deliver honest service, loyal support, and a rock-solid defense of your financial future. Whether you're chasing business goals or saving for your next big win, we're here to help you score. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. All right, start of the second quarter, Warrenton leads 9-5. West still in their man-to-man defense here to start second quarter. Banky feeds the post to Woodhouse. DeCastro went for the steal. Woodhouse was stronger, held the ball, and draws the foul on DeCastro. That's DeCastro's first. Duncan inbounds it for Warrenton. Big Red, get it into Miller. Her 15-footers, no good. Woodhouse, great job blocking out, and takes it back up and scores. Good job of using the body by Woodhouse. Fundamental basketball right there for the Big Red. Jackson with the ball now. She drives the lane. Gives it up to Token. Back to Jackson. Reverse it. Goldsmith gets a hand in there. Goldsmith's got to be careful. She's getting kind of physical with the body. Going to draw that second foul. She's fired up, though. All right, get it back to Govero at the point. Over the right side. Reverse it to Token. Over to Jackson. Govero, baseline three. Skip pass. Duncan's there with the steal. She's going to go coast to coast. Right-hand layup off the board and good. So we Duncan with the steal on the basket. That's going to get Coach Hollander, Hall of Fame coach, off the bench asking for a timeout. They're going to take a full timeout, it looks like. Whether you're scoring buckets or scoring the perfect home, Hunter Sake Investments is your MVP. From new builds to cozy rentals, we've got winning properties across Warren and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail, warehouse, and even the Jonesburg Party Center. Perfect for your next shower, graduation party, or post-game celebrations. Locally owned, family-rooted, and always playing for the home team, Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. 13-5 lead for the Big Red here. They jumped out with 4 quick points here in the second quarter. They got Coach Hollander off the bench and asking for a timeout. All right, West gets the ball into Govero. Picks up her dribble over the right side to Jackson. Comes off the screen over to DeCastro. She drives baseline, left hand, splits two defenders, takes it up, and they're going to get her for traveling as she tried to split the two defenders. You would expect Nicastro to try to score there. She's West's leading scorer. She averages 20 points per game. Into the game for West, Chloe Bolanos checks in. All right, Miller on the right side. She comes off the Woodhouse screen. Three-pointer on the way, off the board, and good. Savannah Miller's got 5. 11-point lead for the Big Red. Bolanos drives the lane and draws the foul for West. They're going to get that one on Woodhouse. That's going to be her second. Don't really want to see Woodhouse picking up fouls against the smaller players like that. She needs to save those fouls when she's playing against the Giants. Speaking of one of those Giants, Zoe Hollander just checked back in. She's a 6'1 junior. They lob it into Hollander. Off the board shot, no good. Duncan, the 5'10 senior, rips the rebound for the Big Red. Banky brings the ball under the front court. Over to Miller on the left wing. She comes off the Woodhouse screen. Tries to feed Woodhouse. That's stolen by Zoe Hollander. West is going the other way. Secondary break. Bolanos' right-hand layup is good, and she draws the foul. She'll go to the free throw line to make the three-pointer play. They get Banky on the foul, her first. Bolanos is a 5'5 junior guard. She only averages 2 points per game. She's already doubled that. Looking to triple it right here. Woodhouse comes out of the game. Coach Logan brings in the 5'10 freshman forward, Emma Flake. Bolanos shoots free throws at a 50% rate, and she hits the one and only. She gets there. West comes out in the press now. They trap the first pass. Warrenton gets the ball up the court on a nice job by Goldsmith. They feed the low post to Flake. She takes it up and looks like she's fouled, but they get no call there. Ball goes out of bounds. West gets the ball possession. Sounded like contact. I guess the referee thought the West player was in position. All right, Warrenton is still in their zone defense, or are they man? Stolen by Flake. Banky brings the ball up the court. 8-point lead for the Big Red. West still in their man-to-man defense. Banky hands off to Miller. Tight defense there by West. Miller dribbled into a double team and traveled when she didn't get her feet set. She thought she was fouled. Either way, it's a turnover. West brings the ball up, trailing by 8. All right, Nicastro at the point now. Warrenton is playing man-to-man. Nope, they're actually playing a box-and-one, it looks like. Jackson dribble penetrates. Her shot's no good. Banky with the rebound, and she brings it up the court for Warrenton. Banky left side pass to Duncan into the corner. Goldsmith's three from the baseline. No good. Warrenton needs to get back on defense. Jackson with the rebound. Jackson drives the lane, gets it down low to Hollander. She has a hard time handling the pass, and the ball goes out of bounds on the baseline. Turnover for West. Warrenton brings the ball up the court. Skip pass to Duncan. They break the pressure. Duncan takes it into the lane, out to Miller. She skipped past to Banky on the right side. She's got an open three. Takes it. A little bit long. Nicastro with the rebound. Guevara brings the ball up for West. Nicastro's going to take a long three, about 22-footer. Hits iron, no good. Hollander goes up, gets the rebound, and draws the foul. They're going to get Goldsmith with the foul. That's going to be her second. Zoe Hollander will go to the free throw line, where she's 1 for 2 tonight. First one's no good. That was one of the things that Woodhouse was doing such a good job on. She made sure she got her body into Hollander and really blocked her out. So the rest of the Big Red are going to have to do that when Woodhouse is on the bench. Second free throw from Hollander is good. Still pressing is West. Warrenton breaks it by going over top. Feed the post down low. Flake tries to take it up, and Hollander rips the ball from her hands. That's the junior against the freshman there. Junior won that battle. Jackson drives into the lane, takes it up, and she is tied up by the freshman, Jaden Cox. Arrows going West way. They'll retain the possession. Michaela Woodhouse checks back in for the Big Red. West gets it into Bolanos on the left side. She drives. Layup from the left side is good. Chloe Bolanos has 5 points for the West. They trim the lead to 5 here in the second quarter. Banky over to Cox. High post to Woodhouse. Back to Cox. Cox drives off, gets it back to Woodhouse. Warrenton seems a little confused on what offense they're running right here. Miller drives the lane. Gets it over to Duncan. Senior shot fakes and gets it over to Woodhouse. Woodhouse feeds Miller inside. She goes up. Shot's no good. DeCastro with the rebound. She's trying to take it coast to coast, but she loses the handle on the dribble. Picks it up. Gets it over to Bolanos. Bolanos splits a couple defenders. Trips over one of them. Draws the foul. They're going to get Jaden Cox, the 5'7" freshman, on the foul. Be a West ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. West gets it into Jackson. Her little 10-footer's no good. Hollander goes over the back of Woodhouse, gets the rebound, gets it out to Guevara. Jackson drives the left side, baseline shot. Off the board, no good. Hollander gets another one, but it loses the handle. Jaden Cox gets it, and she gets tied up by Bolanos. Arrows going Warrenton's way. Zoe Hollander really being aggressive, the 6'1" junior on the rebounds. Going to the boards. Not afraid to make contact. Warrenton gets it into Banky over to Duncan. She breaks the pressure. She goes and dribbles into a double team. Feeds Woodhouse on the post. Loose ball on the floor. Bolanos picks it up. Another loose ball on the floor. We got a scrum. The referee blows the whistles. Arrows going West's way. What's going to get Claire Goldsmith back into the game for Savannah Miller. And for West, Eden Hollander, the 5'9" senior guard, checks back in. Out goes Bolanos, who's the leading scorer for West at this point in time. Eden Hollander with the ball. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson dribbles to the left side. Tries to feed the post inside. Hollander was triple teamed. Stolen by Duncan, but Duncan loses the handle. Ball goes out of bounds. West will still have possession of the ball underneath their own basket. Castro will inbounds it for the West. Warrenton still in the 2-3 zone. Baseline three from Jackson is good. Miley Jackson. Guevara gets the assist on that. Jackson shoots a three to 27%. She hit nothing but net on that one. Goldsmith in the front court. Knocked out of bounds by Jackson. Well, St. Charles West seems to be picking up the defensive pressure after some of the players been on the bench. As Coach Knight always says, the bench is a great motivator. All right, Banky comes off the screen. Gets it over to Cox at the point. High post is Duncan. Her shot's no good. Hollander with the rebound. Gets it over to Jackson. 2-point lead here for the Big Red. Guevara passes on the open three. Drives into the lane. Kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson drives the lane. Kicks it out to Guevara. Hollander for the baseline three. Her shot's long. Duncan with the rebound. Eden Hollander missed the baseline three. All right, Warriors. Goldsmith gets it over to Cox on the left side. Cox gets it to Goldsmith. Guevara almost with a steal. Goldsmith comes up, 15-foot jumper, no good. The ball goes out of bounds. Warrenton will have the ball out of bounds. Looks like it went off a West player, maybe on a block shot. Duncan gets the ball, gets it over to Cox. Banky off a screen. She's guarded by Jackson. Over to Cox. Jab step and drives. Splits two defenders. And draws the foul against West. Foul's going to be on Eden Hollander. That's her third. Several of the West players have their hands on their hips. They look a little exhausted here in the second quarter already. Warrenton gets it into Duncan. She shoots the three. Didn't really get her feet set. Shot short. Rebound to Hollander. Over to Guevara. 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. Warrenton leads by 2. Eden Hollander left open for a three. She takes it. And her shot goes out of bounds. Substitution for the Big Reds. Savannah Miller comes back in. They're going to give Zoe Duncan a little blow here. West is setting up their pressure full court. DeCastro over the ball, and they're going to go, looks like a diamond and one after that. Goldsmith tried to get the pass, and Jackson basically shoved her out of bounds. That's Jackson's second foul. Team's third. 24 seconds left to go in the quarter. Caroline Quinn comes in for Jackson. West still in their diamond and one press here. Inbound to Cox. She brings it up. Skip pass up to Whithouse. Over to Goldsmith. She shot fakes. Gets it to Miller, but Nicastro gets the steal. She takes it the length of the court and draws the foul. She goes up for the left-hand layup. Her shot's no good, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. That's going to be Miller's first. Nicastro with 2 free throws. She shoots 78% from the free throw line. First free throw rattles home. She's got 5. It ties her for the high score for West here in the first half. Coach Hollander brings out Zoe Hollander. Bridget Token checks in and takes her place. Trying to keep Hollander from getting a cheap foul here with 13 seconds left to go. DeCastro switches the second. She's the leading scorer for West now. Banky with double team gets it in steal for West. DeCastro misses the easy layup. 6 seconds left to go. Goldsmith's going to go into the lane, shoots a 10-footer off the board and good. Claire Goldsmith, very aware of the court situation. She takes it coast to coast, breaks up the lead, and breaks up the tie and gives Warrenton the lead, 18-16, as we go to halftime. So West fought back there in the second quarter. They trailed by 4, now they trail by 2. Warrenton had a big as an 11-point lead in the second quarter, but that really got West on their toes, and they'll be much more aggressive on defense. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home field advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey, whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options. Our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics in our community. All right, we'll be back with the individual scores in just a few. What a game we have here so far in the first half. Warrenton leads St. Charles West 18-16, the battle of the Warriors. All right, let's take a look at the scores for West. Miley Jackson's got 3. Chloe Bolanos off the bench has 5. Alex Nicastro, their leading scorer, who averages 20 points, has been held to 6 here in the first half. And then Zoe Hollander has 2. For Warrenton, Sophia Banky has 5. Claire Goldsmith has 2. Zoe Duncan has 2. Savannah Miller has 5. And Michaela Whithouse has 4. We talked about it before the game. West came into the game averaging 49 points per game, which is 10 more than Warrenton. So Warrenton really has got to make West play their tempo. And we saw late there in the second quarter where West tried to speed the tempo up by going to a full-court press. We'll see if Coach Hollander keeps up that press here as we head to the third quarter. In foul trouble, West has got Eden Hollander, who has 3. And Warrenton just has Whithouse and Goldsmith with 2. Miley Jackson for West has 2 also. All right, Warrenton's going to start the third quarter with possession of the ball. Goldsmith brings the ball in the front court. Looks like West has switched defenses here. They're in a 1-2-2 zone defense. They get a steal out of that right away. Govero's going the other way. Her layup is blocked. And they're going to say they drew the foul on Michaela Whithouse. And Whithouse picks up a quick foul. That's her 3rd. Govero goes to the free throw line where she struggled this year. She drains the first. Second one on the way. She makes both of those. All right, so West does come out in the second half with the press. Duncan with the ball. Skip pass up to Banky. She gets it back to Duncan at the point. She drives the lane. Running one-hander off the board, no good. Hollander with the rebound. Govero brings it up for West. She's guarded by Goldsmith. Bolanos gets the start in the second quarter. She takes a shot and misses it. Hollander with the rebound, backs her way down, misses the shot. Duncan comes in and gets the rebound. It's like Duncan got a little bit of an elbow in the nose, but she shakes it off and goes up the court. So 1-2-2 zone from West here. High post to Whithouse. Turnaround jump shot rims out. Hollander with the rebound. Govero brings it up over to Jackson now. Jackson to Hollander. Elbow jump shot is good. Hollander with the basket. Jackson with the assist there. West still pressing here. They've got their lead that they had early in the game. Duncan skip pass over to Banky. Over to Goldsmith. She feeds Whithouse inside. Whithouse tries to get it back out. Tied up by Jackson. They're going to get a jump ball. Arrows going West's way. Emma Flake comes in for Michaela Whithouse. So Warrenton is playing basically a triangle one or a box of one defense. They're denying Nicastro the ball. Bolanos drives the lane, takes a little 10-footer, no good. Goldsmith had the rebound. Bolanos fights back and gets tied up. Jump ball, arrows going to Warrenton's way. Had a lot of jump balls here tonight. All right, full court press. Nicastro pressing over Duncan. Goldsmith with the ball. Skip pass. Bolanos with the steal. She feeds Nicastro. Nicastro's got another basket. And that has Coach Logan off the bench asking for a timeout. She asked for a 30-second timeout. Good steal there by Bolanos, and she gets the ball to Nicastro on the low post. West has a 4-point lead, and that ties their largest lead of the first quarter. Warrenton is led by as many as 11 points in the second quarter. Coach Logan talking to the team now about settling down, making good passes, coming to meet your passes, because West is becoming really aggressive going for the steals. So you've got to meet your passes. All right, out of the timeout, Duncan will inbounds it for the Big Red. She gets it into Banky. Here comes a double team. Banky picks up her dribble, gets it over to Goldsmith. She dribbles out of the double team, goes into the lane, tries to feed Miller on the low block, but the pass is intercepted by Jackson. She's dribbling up the court, takes it coast to coast, tries to step under. Shot was blocked by Flake. Warrenton's going the other way, quickly up to Savannah Miller, but she didn't get the ball down before she moved her feet. Just a little bit too big of a hurry. A turnover, West ball. All right, Guevara brings the ball up. So Miller is denying Nicastro. They feed the ball inside to Hollander. Duncan comes in and strips it. Bolanos tries to steal it from Duncan. She picks up the foul. Warrenton ball out of bounds on the sideline. So that's Bolanos' first foul. West is going to drop out of the press here. Fall back into their 1-2-2 zone defense. They will sometime or oftentimes trap out of it. Goldsmith's wide open three. Hits the front rim and falls in. She's got 8. Averages 7. Bolanos at the high post. Feeds Hollander at the low post. She takes it up. Misses the shot but draws the foul against Flake. That's going to be Emma's first. Hollander will go back to the free throw line where she is 2 for 4 so far this evening. First one's no good. And Zoe Hollander hits the second one. Here comes that press. You can't take that dribble unless you're going somewhere. West gets it, but Goldsmith steals it, brings it up. Claire really playing with a lot of heart today. Oh, but she gives a turnover there. Guevara jumps the passing lane. Banky's got to come back and get that. Guevara makes the shot. So Sophia has to come meet her pass on that. When you meet your pass, the defender will hit you and you will draw the foul. Goldsmith being strong with the ball, and she draws the foul against Bolanos. That's going to be Bolanos' second foul. West leads 25-21 midway through the third quarter. Little problem at the scorer's table. Referees got that figured out, and we're back to playing here. Sophia Banky in the backcourt with the ball, bringing the ball up against the 1-2-2 zone. Duncan down on the right wing. There you got to meet those passes. Miller almost didn't. Bolanos being aggressive on defense. She steals another. She's going the other way. Euro steps, and she scores the basket. Bolanos has got 7 tonight. Miller on the left side. Gets it out to Banky. Big Red need to really work on meeting their passes. Another steal from West. Bolanos being aggressive. West is going the other way. Jackson going down the low post. Her shot's blocked by Duncan. Fight for the loose ball. Referee calls a jump ball, and West will retain possession here. Chloe Bolanos gets a rest here. Eden Hollander checks back in. Inside lob for Hollander. Takes one dribble to the right. And they're going to get a foul for against Warrenton. A lot of the Big Red players and coaches and fans thought that was a travel first. West ball underneath their own basket. They get it inside to Hollander, over to the Eden Hollander, over to Jackson at the point. Gets it to Govero on the right side. She shoots a three, and she hits it. Reagan Govero, that's her first three. Give Eden Hollander the assist on that. West has a 9-point lead, their biggest here in the third. Banky's going to take the left side three. It rattles in and out. Loose ball goes off of West's hand. Warrenton will have the possession of the ball underneath their own basket. Warrenton's only scored 3 here in this third quarter. They get it inside to Miller. Miller's going to take the wide open three. She rushes it. No shots, no good. And they're going to get Emma Flake for the push against Hollander under down low. That's going to be Emma's third foul, all here in the third quarter. West is going to get Bridget Token into the game. And Warrenton's going to bring in Jaden Cox. Govero brings the ball up for West, gets it over to Hollander. Eden gets it over to Token, over to Jackson on the left side. Back to Eden Hollander. Corner for Govero. She just made a three. She feeds Nicastro on the low post. Takes it up and draws the foul. That's Savannah Miller's second. Nicastro will go to the free throw line. In the first half, she made both of her free throws. She shoots some free throws at a 78% rate this season. First one rims out. And Nicastro's second one is a swish. 10-point lead now for St. Charles West. Warrenton has to crack the code on how to beat this 1-2-2 zone defense that West is using here in the third quarter. Cox loses handle of the ball but goes over to Miller, gets it back to Banky. Skip pass to Goldsmith. Her three's on the way. Long rebound goes to Nicastro. She's bringing it up the court herself. Down low to Token. Her understep is no good. And Duncan gets the rebound and Token knocks her over. That's Token's first. Chloe Bolanos, the junior guard, back into the game. She's been significant for West as far as getting steals here off of this press. Goldsmith takes it all the way against the press, gets it down low. Miller mixes the shot, but Goldsmith gets the rebound, misses her shot. Goldsmith gets her own rebound, gives it over to Cox. She splits two defenders and draws a foul. The foul goes to Bolanos. That's her third. They get it into Banky, the big red. Reverse it now to Cox. She drives the lane. Right-hand layup off the board. No good. Nicastro with the rebound for West. Gives it over to Govero. Up ahead to Jackson. Secondary break. She shoots. A fadeaway. No good. Rebound to West. Govero gets it out to Jackson. That was Bridget Token with the rebound. Govero sets things up with 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Jackson with the ball. Drives the lane. Gets it out to Govero on the left side. Over to Token. Back to Govero. She drives the lane. Hands off to Token. Token gives it over to Jackson. She drives the lane. They're going to get the defensive foul on Claire Goldsmith. Referee signaled that the West player pushed off, but he called a foul against Warrenton. Caused a little confusion in here. So Warrenton's over the limit for fouls this quarter. That sends Miley Jackson to the line to shoot 2 free throws for West. Jackson's first hits long. She's a 65% free throw shooter this season. And the next one rattles home. Coach Hollander brings the sub in, Caroline Quinn. That gives him time to set up his press by subbing after the free throw. But actually, he is not pressing. He's trying to set up something. No, they're just going to go man-to-man here, it looks like. Banky brings the ball up against the man-to-man pressure. Feeds the ball to Miller down low, kicks it out to Goldsmith. She shot fakes, hands off to Cox. Cox feeds. Duncan back to Cox, her 3, hits long. Rebound goes to Govero. Under a minute left to go here in the third quarter. Nicastro's going to take a long 3, and she knocks that down. That was about a 22-footer. She had 6 at halftime. She's got 6 here in the third quarter. Up to 12. She averages 20 per game. All right, Sophia Banky brings the ball for Big Red. Over to Cox. Cox over to Miller. Miller dribbles out, gets back to Cox. Cox over to Goldsmith. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Back to Cox. She takes a wide open 3. That one's no good. Token with the rebound. 17 seconds left to go. West is going to get a chance at another shot. Get it over to Bolanos, and she's fouled by Duncan. Bolanos going up for a right-handed layup. Draws the foul on Zoe Duncan. That's her first. Bolanos has been at the free throw line once. She was 1 for 1. 10.9 seconds here to go. Plenty of time for the Big Red to get a rebound and score. Bolanos' first is long. 5'5" junior guard gets ready for her second free throw. And that's no good. DeCastro goes over Duncan's back, gets the rebound. But Duncan fights back and gets it. 5 seconds left to go. Goldsmith seizes the clock. Dribbles gets it down to Cox, but not in time to beat the buzzer. Good idea. Goldsmith knew the time. Just time ran out on her. So after 3 quarters, Warrenton trails St. Charles West 21-35. Champions aren't just made on the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same spirit to your finances. Since 1939, the Missouri Bank has been the hometown MVP, serving Warren County and beyond with cutting-edge banking and an old-school integrity. Our mission to deliver honest service, loyal support, and a rock-solid defense of your financial future. So whether you're chasing business goals or saving for your next big win, we're here to help you score. The Missouri Bank is rooted in community and ready for tomorrow. All right, Warrenton trails by 14. Trying to claw their way back into this one. Goldsmith brings the ball up. Over to Miller. Miller drives, gets it to Duncan. Bolanos really putting pressure on. And they're going to get Bolanos with the fouls. Actually, I said she's really being aggressive, laying into them there. She's coming off the bench. She's got a 7 points off the bench. She averages 1, but she's got her 4th foul there. And that's going to get Eden Hollander back into the game. But they got the ball in first, so it doesn't count. Goldsmith drives, kicks it out to Miller. Wide open 3. No good. Woodhouse gets the rebound, takes it back up, and draws the foul against Zoe Hollander. Referee said her arms were not up. They were bent over. That's going to be Zoe's 2nd foul. And that'll send Woodhouse to the free throw line where she was 2 for 2 in the first half. First one's no good. All right, so Eden Hollander back into the game now for West. Bolano's out with the 4 fouls. Woodhouse knocks home the 2nd. Guevara brings the ball up for West. Over to Jackson. Warrenton still in the box and 1 defense against Nicastro. Hollander passes up on the 3. They get the ball to Nicastro. Over to Guevara. In the corner to Jackson. Drives baseline. Feeds Hollander. She stumbles with the ball. Ball goes to the floor. 3 players jump on it. A little scrum there. Tie it up. Referees say arrows pointing West way. They get the ball into Hollander. Over to Jackson at the point. Guevara on the right wing. She's going to take the open 3, and she knocks home another one. Reagan Guevara's got 2 threes in the second half. She's got 10 for the game. 1-2-2 zone here from West. Duncan with the ball on the right wing. Drives. Right-handed layup off the board. No good. Jackson with the rebound. Guevara at the point. Reverses the ball over to Eden Hollander. Jackson on the right wing now. Woodhouse fronts Zoe Hollander. West is going to reverse the ball. They get it back to the right side to Jackson. Reverse it back to Guevara on the left side. Try to feed Nicastro. Skip pass to Jackson. She drives right. Backs it back out. Dribbles back to the point. Over to Eden Hollander. Hollander drives, hands off to Guevara, over to Jackson. Jackson's trying to feed the post, but Woodhouse doing a really good job of denying the pass. Eden Hollander finds Nicastro on the low post. She drives, kicks it down to Zoe Hollander, and Zoe knocks it in off the glass. Nice little pass there from Nicastro to Zoe Hollander. 18-point lead now for West. Miller drives, scoop layup, off the board and good. Savannah Miller's got 7. West bringing it up quickly. They average 49. They're at 40 right now. And they get Jackson with the push-off. Goldsmith really sold that foul. That's going to be Jackson's 3rd. Banky brings the ball up for the Big Red. They've got to get some points quickly here. Goldsmith drives, kicks it out to Miller. Miller scored the last basket. Out to Banky, wide open 3. No good off the rim. Guevara gets the rebound. West is on a fast break. Up to Nicastro. Shot fake, misses, gets her own rebound. Takes it back up and draws the foul. Nicastro will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. They're going to get Woodhouse with the foul. That's going to be her 4th. First one from Nicastro hits all parts of the rim off the backboard and sucks in. And knocks the second one home as well. $18-point lead now for West. Warrenton working the ball around against the 1-2-2 zone. Get it inside to Goldsmith, out to Miller. Over to Duncan. She splits 2 defenders, shoots a little 10-footer off the lane. No shots, no good. On the floor, Duncan gets the ball, and she gets tied up by Zoe Hollander. Jump ball. Duncan's still on the court. Looks like she's a little banged up there. Referee's going to call time. We'll get a trainer out there. Hate to see that for the Big Red. Duncan's the Warriors' leading scorer this season, averaging 10 points per game. We'll step away for this quick commercial break. On or off the court, precision matters. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning brings its A game to every home and business. They give you expert installs, custom solutions, and a comfort done right the first time. Across Warren County, Servant is your home field advantage. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, proud to serve the fans of Warrenton Athletics. On game day or any day, teamwork matters. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring the same hometown spirit to every move. Buying, selling, or exploring your options. With constant communication and expert guidance, we're your home team from game day to closing day. Main Street Real Estate, hometown realtors with a hometown heart. Every game, every moment, every student-athlete deserves to be seen. The Warrenton Sports Network is committed to broadcasting 100 live events per year, connecting families, alumni, and our entire community. But we can't do it alone. With flexible sponsor packages and an average of 1,500 viewers per event, your business can make a real impact supporting our students while reaching a local, loyal audience. Help keep these live streams possible. Contact the Warren County R3 School District to become a sponsor today. Duncan is on her feet, but she is wobbly. And she's being helped off by the help of some players and Coach Arnett, the athletic director. She makes her way to the sideline and takes a seat. Looks like they're checking her eyes, so she might have some kind of a concussion when she's on the bottom of that scrum. All right, Goldsmith to the corner three. Her shot's no good. Warrenton saves it, but it goes to West. Jackson has the ball over to Govero. Govero, wide open three. Passes up, back to Jackson. Feeds Hollander at the post. Her right-hand layup blocked by Woodhouse. Nicastro gets the rebound. She goes up and draws the foul. Nicastro's living at the free throw line here in the second half. She's not making her shots inside, but she's getting fouled and making her shots at the free throw line. All right, foul goes on Banky. That's her second. Her first free throw from Nicastro is short. She steps off the line for a moment, now steps back up and gets her composure. Next free throw rattles home as well. Warrenton bring the ball over to Cox on the right wing. Skip pass is stolen by Govero. Govero brings it up for West over to Nicastro. Takes a long three, about a 22-footer. No good. Long rebound. Govero gets it and sets things up for West. Jackson fumbles the ball, goes in the backcourt. That should be backcourt, and the referee does get that. Good pressure defense there from the Big Red. Steal an extra possession here. Goldsmith brings the ball in. Spins, gets it over to Cox. Miller now with the ball. Picks up a dribble, gets it over to Goldsmith. Goldsmith gets it, skip pass to Cox, but passes too high. Over the outreached hands of Cox and goes out of bounds. Turnover, big red ball goes to West. Checking in for West is Caroline Quinn. The 5'7" sophomore guard checks in. Warrenton extends their defense here, trying to force another steal. Jackson with the ball at the point for West. Drives the lane, feeds the low post to Hollander. Her shot's no good. Cox with the rebound, gets it over to Goldsmith. Goldsmith brings the ball up into the corner to Miller, out to Banky. Back to Miller, feeds Whithouse in the low post. Ball is stripped away. DeCastro comes up with it. She tries to feed Guevara, but Whithouse hustles back and knocks that ball out of play. West will have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. DeCastro inbounds it for West, gets it into Zoe Hollander. Over to Jackson at the point. Back to Guevara. She's hit 2 from the flat spot. Misses that three-pointer. Shooting 67% from threes is Guevara here in the second half. All right, ball over to Miller. She splits 2 defenders over the baseline. Gets them over to Banky. Over to Whithouse at the high post. Over to Goldsmith. Back to Banky. Good ball movement. Banky takes the 3. Shot's no good. West saves it over to Hollander. She gets it over to Guevara. Up to Jackson. Jackson gives it over to Nicastro. 2:08 left to go in the game. West being real deliberate here. Holding the ball. It's happy to run the clock out. Wanting Warrenton to foul him. Jackson dribbles. Gets it over to Guevara. Guevara gives it to Nicastro. She's double teamed. Loses the handle on the ball and turns it over. Good double team there from Sophia Banky to come over and help out Savannah Miller. Heads up play by the 2 seniors. All right, Banky brings the ball up against the 1-2-2 zone of St. Charles West. Gets it over to Goldsmith. Back to Banky. Goldsmith at the wing now. She backs down, gets stripped of the ball by West. Jackson going the other way. She stops and looks to run the clock. Out to Guevara. Back to Jackson. Jackson dribbles, double teamed. And Coach Hollander is going to take a 30-second timeout. That's why he's a Hall of Fame coach. You know, even late in the game when St. Charles West is up by 19, Coach Hollander's still working on things, trying to make things better. It's not about this possession. It's about teaching the kids how to handle the pressure late in the game and how to run the clock. All right, out of the timeout, West inbounds it. They get it in the backcourt to Jackson. Jackson dribbles up. Picks up her dribble. Goldsmith knocks it out. Jackson picks up her dribble and draws a foul against Goldsmith. So that's going to be Claire's 4th. Into the game for West. Coach Hollander sends in Bridget Token, another guard, a little better ball handler and probably a little better free throw shooter. West having a hard time getting it inbounds. Miller fouls Nicastro after Nicastro has the ball inbounds. That's the 4th foul against the Big Red this quarter. Next foul will be a bonus for West. All right, West gets it into Govero. Over to Token now. Token's in Castro. Picks up her dribble. Hands off to Jackson. Castro at the point. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson gives it over to Quinn. Over to Nicastro. 37 seconds left in the game. West content to run out the clock here. Backdoor pass to Govero. She tries to get it inside. Whithouse gets her hands up, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Michaela's hands. West will have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket with under 30 seconds left to go in the game. They get it into Token, over to Jackson. Castro comes out. Senior captain wants the ball. They get it over to Token. Token dribbles a little bit, picks up her dribble. Backdoor cuts into Castro. Under 10 seconds to go here. And Castro uses her body. Keeps the ball between her body between her and the defender. And she's just going to hold it and let the clock run out. And that's the ball game. So 19-point victory for St. Charles West. They win 43-24. Give it up for the Big Red. They had an 18-16 lead against West going into the halftime. But West made some adjustments, switching to a 1-2-2 zone defense that really caused Warrenton some problems. Like I said, Warrenton had 18 points in the first half, but they only scored 6 in the entire second half. So that 1-2-2 zone defense was really a bugaboo for Warrenton. And then, of course, West kind of got the offense going after Coach Hollander had a little time to talk to him and told them how to handle the well-thought-out plan of the Warrenton Warriors behind Coach Logan when they had that one box-of-one defense going against Nicastro. So we'll be back in just 30 seconds after we go through the scores, and I'll give you the scores for each team. So, but before we give the scores for each game or each team, we want to talk about the Warrenton Varsity Girls Winter Shootout Tournament that starts next Monday. If you want to see high school hoops action, come out to Warrenton High School. If you can't make it to Warrenton High School, we'll be showing the games on the Warrenton Sports Network. But the number 1 seed will play the first game at 4 o'clock on Monday. They're going to play Riverview Gardens. After that, at 5:30, the number 4 seed, Moberly, will play the 5 seed Timberland. And then at 7 o'clock, Liberty from Wentzville, the number 2 seed, will play Hazelwood East, the 7 seed at 7 o'clock. And then finally, the Warrenton girls varsity team will play at 8:30. They're the number 3 seed, and they'll take on the McClure North Stars. So come out and check out some high school hoops action on Monday. It'll be a good tournament. It always is here at Warrenton. And like I said, the Warrenton girls game at 8:30 will be on the Warrenton Sports Network. So leading scorers for St. Charles West, Reagan Govero had 10. Miley Jackson had 4. Chloe Bolanos had 9. Zoe Hollander had 5. And their star of the game for St. Charles West was Alex Nicastro with 15 points. We're going to pause for a second to talk about the teachers who are making a difference here at Warrenton High School. We're going to turn it over to Athletic Director Andrew Arnett.
We have Michaela Whithouse. She is nominated Mr. Mark Thomas. And since she's always supported her class in sports and with her teaching, her favorite memory was when she was power cleaning 175 in the city, holding the weight, and we just yelled, "Eddie, stand up." Next, we have Next, we have Brody Meyer. Brody is nominated for Olympic Green. I chose my kindergarten teacher because she was my very first teacher and made such a big impact on me. She was always kind, loving, nurturing all the things she showed for that I'm an amazing teacher. She set the standards high for me, and no other has ever compared to her. Next, I have Diedrich Forrest. Diedrich nominated Mrs. Brigham. Diedrich says she's one of the only reasons I like math. Not only does she teach, but she can talk to you about anything. She will listen and offer advice. Next, I have Billy Spicer. Billy nominated Mr. Shaw. Billy says Mr. Shaw always pushes me to think during his class, and it makes class fun and interesting. His favorite memory was when we would laugh outside and threw baseballs off the roof. Next, I have Paige Summer. She is a voting manager. Her teacher she nominated is Mrs. Brown. Paige says I was always able to come in and talk to her about anything. She could always put me in a better mood. Her favorite memory is having her from freshman through junior year and being able to joke around her. Next, I have Jay Sanders. Jay nominated Mrs. Johnson. Jay says she's very laid back, fun to talk to, and he has enjoyed that her as a teacher. His favorite memory is having purifications my freshman year. Next, we have Taylor Anderson. My teacher since elementary, and afterwards she became family. Thank you, Mrs. Worth, for being there for me, even out of school. You led me down a good path and always told me to keep my head held high when I go through rough times. I really appreciate that. His favorite memory are the pizza parties. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for all of these wonderful educators.
So what you just witnessed was between game, the senior athletes from the boys and girls basketball team recognized their favorite faculty members. So if you couldn't hear Mr. Arnett very well, that's what was going on. And we were talking before about the star for St. Charles West was Alex Nicastro. She had 15 points. Their second star we're going to give to Chloe Bolanos, who had 9 points off the bench. She averaged 9. She was really instrumental for St. Charles West to get back into this game. She had a lot of steals and turned those steals into points for St. Charles West. And then the stars for Warrenton. Leading scorer is going to be, Zoe Duncan had 2, Claire Goldsmith had 2, Michaela Whithouse had 5, Savannah Miller had 7, and then the leading scorer was Sophia Banky. She had 8. So she's the star of the game for the Warriors. And that's a wrap on tonight's post-game show. Next up, St. Charles West will play a home contest versus Orchard Farm on Tuesday, January 13th. And the Big Red girls basketball team will begin their play in their own tournament, the Warrenton Winter Shootout, on Monday. The girls are the number 3 seed, and they'll play the number 6 seed McClure North Stars. at 8:30 on Monday, January 12th. We will live stream that contest on the Warrenton Sports Network. Up next will be the second half of our Hoops doubleheader. The boys will take on these same St. Charles West Warriors coming up in about 15 minutes. So stay tuned right here on the Warrenton Sports Network. Welcome back to Warrenton, everybody. This is Keith Brown on the Warrenton Sports Network, joined with John Meyer. And tonight we've got a matchup that always brings a little extra juice. The St. Charles West Warriors coming in at 7-4, taking on your hometown Warrenton Warriors, sitting at 4-7. Both teams enter tonight's contest riding some momentum. Each has won 3 of their last 4. And while St. Charles West holds a commanding 26-5 lead in the all-time series, these two teams did split last season. So if you're thinking this one is already decided, think again. Statistically, these teams mirror each other on the offensive end. They scored almost identical clips. West averages 53, Warrenton averages 52. But the difference, at least on paper, comes on defense. St. Charles West allows 7 fewer points per game, and that gap has shown up in their results against common opponents this year, Francis Howell North and St. Charles. Warrenton lost against both those teams, while West beat both those teams. So where will this game be won or lost? For Warrenton, it starts with pace and shot selection. If they can force West into a faster, more chaotic style, they can neutralize that defensive advantage. But if St. Charles West is allowed to settle into their half-court sets, control the tempo, and make Warrenton work for every look, the visitors will feel right at home. Rebounding and turnovers will be massive tonight. Warrenton can't afford to give West extra possessions, and West can't afford to let Warrenton's home crowd get involved with transition buckets. Whichever team dictates the style of play, fast and loose or slow and disciplined, will walk away with this win. It's the Warriors versus Warriors, momentum versus momentums, and we're just moments away from tip-off. Stick with us. This one has all the makings of a great high school basketball battle. Champions are just made on the playing field or court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same spirit to your finances. Since 1939, the Missouri Bank has been the hometown MVP, serving Warren County and beyond with cutting-edge banking and an old-school integrity. Our mission to deliver honest service, loyal support, and a rock-solid defense of your financial future. Whether you're chasing business goals or saving for your next big win, we're here to help you score. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter's Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center. Ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter's Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter's Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. All right, we're moments away from starting introductions and the national anthem.
Gymnasium, where the home Warrenton Warriors take on the visiting St. Charles West. Please rise for our playing of our national anthem. German. Number 2, Camden Avion. Number 4, CJ Lars. Number 5, Nate Mosley. And number 15, Tyler Avion. That's the starting line for St. Charles West. For your home, Warrenton Warriors, we are starting with number 24, a man who just got out of the hospital, Joe Green. Welcome back, Joe Green. We are glad you are here in all the sidelines. Continue good strength and good health. Now, for the beginning 5, number 2, Carter Martin. Number 3, Julian Warrior. Number 13,
Well, we have great news to report. For those of you who know, Joe Green was in the hospital on Monday having a cyst removed from his brain, and we raised some money for him here at Warrenton High School, and we asked you for his thoughts and prayers for him, and the good news is that he is out of the hospital and he is here tonight. So that is just wonderful to see Joe Green. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. All right, Taylor Anderson jumping for the Warriors. Camden Evgen jumping for St. Charles West. CJ Large gets the first basket right off the transition, off the jump ball. Ball over to Forrest. He drives the lane, but he can get the feet set first. He travels. So West has got a new coach this year. They're coached by Scott Kroger. And Coach Kroger has the West Warriors off to a 7-4 start this season. Evgen with the ball at the point. Gives it over to Gerdeman. Gerdeman takes the elbow jumper. It hits high off the rim and goes over the back of the backboard. Gerdeman's the one you got to watch out for. The 6'1 junior point guard is the West Warriors' leading scorer.
Yeah, I remember him from last year. He was good. He's a senior this year, right?
He's
He's just a junior.
He was a sophomore last year. He averages 18 points per game. If you recognize that name, his dad is the head coach at Lindenwood University. Forrest gives it over to Meyer. Meyer, long three. Wham!
That's the way to start it off.
Brody Meyer with the long three. That's the way to open that hoop up for the Big Red. Evgen gives a little elbow to Anderson. Tries to get it inside on a pass. Stolen by Taylor Anderson. Warrenton's going the other way. Can't use the word Warriors tonight because you don't confuse the audience here. Both teams are Warriors. Diedrich with the ball. Dribbles. Pulls up from the jump shot. No good. Rebound goes to West. C.J. Large gives it over to Gerdeman. Gerdeman guarded by Sanders, and then you get Sanders with the body. That's his first. we ever find out what happened to Jay in the warm-ups last week? Or last Tuesday?
Well, him and Dietrich did hit heads, so
Oh,
Jay got the brunt of it because they both had eyes that were cut open.
3-point shot by Camden Evgen off the inbound pass. No good. Rebound by West. They get it over to Evgen. He tries to feed his brother, and intercepted there by Martin, who brings the ball up the court for Warrenton. Yeah, I see a little black eye on Jay there.
Oh, yeah, it's a big black eye.
All right, Brody with the ball. Gets it over to Martin. Drives the lane after the shot fake. Gets it over to Sanders. Jay feeds Anderson. Turnaround jump shot from free throw line. Comes up short.
Yeah, I was giving him trouble about it today. Said, man, Dietrich really got you good.
All right. Bring the ball up is Mosley for the West Warriors. Gives it over to Evgen. Up to Gerdeman. Over to Evgen. No, that's Large. CJ Large misses the three. Anderson gets the rebound for the Big Red. Big Red lead by 1. Forrest with the ball over on the left wing. Gets double team. Gets it to Meyer. Meyer spins off the glass. His shot's no good. Large with the rebound. Gives it over to Gerdeman. Gerdeman drives the lane. Loses the handle. Goes to the floor. Gives it over to Mosley, who feeds Large. Long three from Camden Evgen. No good. Forrest with the rebound. Warrenton pushing the tempo here. Dietrich stops from about 12. Misses the shot short. Mosley with the rebound. He's going the other way quickly. Both teams are wanting to run. Gets it down low to Evgen. Meyer with the save. Oh, excuse me, this is the block. But he cannot save it because his feet were out of bounds. Good block by Brody, though, to deny the basket.
Warriors need a little more oomph tonight. Those balls are flying short on these baskets. Let's go, boys. Warrenton Warriors.
Mosley inbounds it to Evgen. Gets it over to Gerdeman. He drives. Picks up his dribble. Back to Mosley. Feeds the low post. Anderson denies it, steals it, picked up by Forrest. He's got his head up and going the other way. Over to Meyer at the point. Coach Thomas calls out a play. Forrest now with the ball on the wing. Gets it to Meyer. Meyer drives, spins into the lane, loses his balance, but they're going to get a foul on Gerdeman. That's Carson's first. All right, Martin's going to inbound it. The first we're going to have a substitution into the game for West is Norman Hill, 5'8" sophomore guard. And they also bring in Zach Mace, the 6'4" senior forward. Coach Kroger going to the bench here early. Martin gets it into Sanders. Sanders feeds Anderson. Gets it back out to Martin. His three's on the way. No good. Meyer with the rebound. Brody takes it into the lane. Takes a shot, draws the foul, and scores the baskets. Brody had a three-pointer early. Now he's got a chance for an old-fashioned three-pointer.
Large got 2 fouls on them already.
That's Gerdeman.
No, Gerdeman, yeah.
Gerdeman.
That's good, that's good.
He takes a seat. That's even better if you're a Warrenton fan. Leading scorer on the bench. Brody makes the free throw. Nope, misses the free throw. Oh, Sanders goes up high and falls down on
top of him.
Camden Evgen, who had fallen to the floor and basically undercut Sanders. It wasn't a dirty play. Evgen just lost his balance, and he got the worst of it when Sanders fell on top of his chest. Timeout on the court as Evgen shakes it off. I'm sorry.
What foul was that? Because, I thought Jay was getting the rebound, and that kind of guy went underneath him, but I guess he called it a block.
They might call it a walk. I don't think they are, though.
2. Was it on 2? Actually, they're both.
It was on 2.
Yeah, it was on them. That's who I thought it was.
Yeah,
okay, I was going to say, that's who I thought it was on, but
yeah.
They were giving St. Charles West the ball.
Forrest gives it to Meyer in the lane. He spins. Layup is contested, and Brody goes back to the free throw line. Missed the shot, but he gets the foul on Camden Evgen. Brody off to a fast start again tonight. Like to see the senior being aggressive, and he is doing just that.
And Chase Charles West is on him pretty hard.
Who they get the foul to on that one?
Number 1?
He's not on the court.
0. 0's got 1.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gotta look at that opposite.
He makes the first. (6-2) lead for the Big Red. Second one rattles out. Hill with the rebound. He's going to bring it up for West. He's marked by Sanders. Gets it over to Mosley, guarded by Forrest. Meyer almost stole it. Mosley gets it back for West. Gives it to Hill going back door. They feed it inside. Ebgen takes it up and blocked by Meyer. Ebgen's claiming the ball was blocked, and it was, but he's got to drop the ball. He can't just take it back up. So good call by the referee there. An even better block by Brody to come in there and cause all that commotion. All right, 6-2 lead for the Big Red. Forrest with the ball. Referee gives a bench warning to St. Charles West, and the ref really letting the coach Kroger know it from St. Charles West.
So is that the head coach there?
I'm guessing so. I didn't think it was earlier, but only the head coach is allowed to stand up and talk to the referee.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the rule. Only the head coach can stand up and talk to the ref. Forrest feeds Meyer down to the post. He spins, shots fakes, goes up, takes it up, misses the shot. Ebgen with the rebound for West. Gives it over to Mosley. Mosley drives the lane, little off balance. Gives it to Hill on a backdoor cut. Sanders dives on the floor, steals it, but Mosley gets it back for West. Ebgen shot fakes, drives the lane, and they're going to get Sanders for the block. Ebgen and Sanders have been running into each other a lot here. That's going to be Jay's second. I was thinking he might want to take Sanders out since Sanders is guarding Gerdeman. When Gerdeman was out, you want to take Jay out just so he doesn't get in foul trouble.
St. Charles West is not used to that rule. Have only one coach up.
All right, Ebgen at the free throw line. He's going to shoot 2. He shoots 87%. That's one of the higher percentages we've seen this year. So a really good free throw shooter.
Yeah, I take 87 any day of the week.
I'm guessing usually don't see tall guys shooting free throws well. He's a 6'8" junior forward. And she's shooting free throws at a very high percentage. And he makes both those. He got a soft touch. West subs in C.J. Large back into the game. Ebgen gets a blow. And they pick up a little man-to-man defense at half court here. 6-4 lead for the Big Red. Forced over to Meyer. Over to Anderson at the high post. Back to Meyer on the wing. Meyer comes off the screen by Anderson, drives the lane. Left-hand layup. No good, but he going back to the free throw line. They get Large with the foul. West is really guarding Brody tight, because he hit that first three, but Brody takes it to the rim wells at the same time.
Yeah, CJ actually played AAU ball with Brody. I remember him now. He's a good kid.
First shot from Brody's good. Nice backspin on that shot. Nothing but net.
.343 left to go in this first quarter.
He knocks down both of those. Brody's got all 8 points for the Big Red. They lead 8-4. All right, Mosley in the front court for the West. Gives it over to Large. Large over to Hill. Hill back to Mosley. Mosley got Forrest guarding him. Gives it over to Ebgen. Tyler Ebgen. Mosley back with the ball. Warriors switch on defense. Good defense by the Warriors. Open three for Zach Mace. Shot's no good. Anderson does a great job of blocking out two West players and gets the rebound. Good job by Anderson. The senior forward really owning the inside right now. Meyer drives. Shot fakes. Gives it back to Forrest. Forrest going to pull up from 3 at the top of the point. Rims out. Large with the rebound for West. Mosley going the other way. Gives it over to Large. Large at the point, gives it back. Evgen, step back 2 from about 16. No good, but gathered up by Mace. Gives it over back to Large. Over to Mosley. Mosley to Hill on the right wing. He gives it up to Mace. Tries to feed the post. Ball is kicked by Meyer. And West will have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Into the game for Warrenton. It's going to be Marcus Green as well as Keegan Lemkuhl. And Camden Evgen back into the game for West. Evgen with the ball, gives it over to Hill. Up to Tyler Evgen, back to Mosley, drives the lane, kicks it out to Hill. His 3 is good. Norman Hill's got a 3. Give Mosley the assist to finding the wide open shooter there. All right, 8-7 lead for Warrenton, under a minute to play here in the first. Meyer feeds Green. He gets tied up. Referees call a jump ball. Arrows going the big red way. Good help defense there from Hill to come over and get that lob into Green.
Green had an excellent game on Monday night. He was on fire, so hope to see him back at that again tonight.
All right, Martin inbounds it for the Warriors, gets it to Lemkuhl. Back to Forrest in the backcourt. That's going to be a backcourt violation. So turnover by the Big Red. Mosley will inbounds it with 47 seconds to go on their side of half court. Tries to lob it inside. Green does a great job fronting, but Evans gets the ball, takes it up, and draws the foul against Green. That's Marcus's first. Evgen taking his time on this free throw. Knocks it down. He's got 3 points, all from the charity stripe.
He was the one you said it's 87%, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
4 for 4. Into the game for West. C.J. Large comes back in. He gives Evgen a blow. Coach trying to sneak in a little extra breather here before the end of the quarter. All right, Martin gets it into Meyer, who brings it up. Meyer gives it over to Lemkuhl. Forrest has the ball, gets it over to Martin. No, Lemkuhl. Lemkuhl, nice pass to the Green down on the block. Green scores, give the assist to Lemkuhl. Nice pass from Keegan.
20 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Big Red lead by 1. Mosley with the ball from West. He drives. Hand check there by Diedrich. Surprised they're not calling that. Mosley drives, blocked by Forrest, and they call the foul on Diedrich. It looked like he got the ball after it left his hand. But nonetheless, Mosley going to the line. He's an 85% free throw shooter. Those are some good free throws. Kind of a lost art these days, free throw shooting.
It is.
They got 2 good ones here at West. The first one rims home for Mosley. That ties the game up with 8 seconds to go in the first.
My father always said free throws win the game, so if you got a good shooter.
The second one misses. Just into the game, Brian Walter gets the rebound, kicks it back out, and Hill hits the 3. Oh, another 3 almost good. So Norman Hill's got 2 threes, and the West Warriors lead after one, 10-13. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. All right, so after the first quarter, Brody Meyer has 8 for the Warrenton Warriors. Marcus Green has 2. For West, Hill's got 6. Camden Evgens got 4. C.J. Large has 2, and Nathan Mosley has 1. West Warriors lead 13-10. They'll have the ball first to start the second quarter.
We're back with the starters for the Warrenton Warriors, starting out this second quarter.
They start out man-to-man, get the ball over to Large, West does. He's guarded by Meyer, trying to feed the post, picks up his dribble, gives it over to Lewis. Lewis feeds the post, but it's knocked away by Anderson, picked up by Diedrich, and he's going the other way. Good defense by the Big Red. Myers 3, rattles in and out. That thing was halfway down. Evgen gets the rebound for West. He gets it over to Mosley. His 3 is no good. West player goes flying in and knocks it out of bounds. That's Large. He skied high to get that rebound, but just knocked it out of Meyer's hands, and the ball goes harmlessly out of bounds. Diedrich running the point right now for Warrenton. West still in their man-to-man defense. Ball goes to Sanders. Reverse it now to Martin. Back to Forrest at the point. He drives into the paint. Didn't get his feet set and gets called for the traveling violation. Mosley brings the ball up slowly for West. Gets it over to the left wing to Tyler Evgen. Gives it to his brother. They do a high-low action to Large. Large takes it up, misses a shot, gets his own rebound, saves it, and saves it to Taylor Anderson. Sanders with the ball at the point. Gives it to Anderson at the low block. He spins to his left, kicks it back out. Martin's 3. It's a little bit long. Rebound by Lewis. West going quick with Mosley. He gets down low, takes it up, and scores. Nathan Mosley's got 3. 5-point lead here for West. That's their largest. Forrest in the front court now for Warrenton. Hands it off to Meyer. Brody step back 2 from about 18. Rims in and out. Sanders fights for the rebound. Gets it and saves it off of West player, and the ball goes out of bounds. Great hustle by the always hustling Jay Sanders.
He is. Dives out of bounds and throws it at their legs.
Walters back in for West. Martin will inbounds it for the Big Red. Get it into Sanders. Kicks it back out to Meyer. Looks to coach for a play. Warrenton setting up the offense now. Meyer dribbles in, a little clear outs. Gets it into the paint, takes it up, off the backboard, no good. Tries to tip it back in, no good. Evgen gets the rebound. Gets it over to Mosley. Mosley comes off the Evgen screen. Gets it over to Hill. Back to Camden Evgen. He's going to try the 3. It's short. Corner rebound to Meyer. Big Red's got the ball, and they're bringing it up slowly. Meyer brings it into the paint. Step back, steps under. Misses, or does he? Nope. Bits off the rim twice, no good. Meyer tips it back out and saves it. Nice hustle there by Brody. Keep the ball alive in possession of the Big Red. Martin gives it to Forrest. Forrest does a little high-low to Taylor Anderson. Nice high-low action. Anderson scores. Gives a good assist to Diedrich. Diedrich averaged 3. He's got a good one there. 3 assists, I'm sorry. 3-point lead for West. Hill feeds Ebgen down low. Takes it up, draws the contact, and makes the basket. I don't think you can let him have the ball down that low. He's going to score more often than not. Who did they give the foul to?
I would think Taylor. Yeah,
okay.
Taylor. And he'll come back here and get his free throw.
That was Camden Ebgen's first basket from the floor. He's the leading scorer for West, but he's got all of his points mostly from the line. All right, into the game for West, Zach Mace comes in. Coach Kroger's got a deep bench. He's using them all tonight. Gerdeman's still on the bench with his 2 fouls in the first quarter. Ebgen makes the free throw. Warrenton's got to find a little more offense here. Meyer brings the ball up, guarded by Mace. A little miscommunication from between Meyer and Forrest. Ball goes out of bounds. And just as I said, Gerdeman's on the bench. He comes off the bench and gets in. So the leading scorer for West averages 18 points per game. He makes his first appearance here in the second quarter. He's a 6'1" junior point guard. He starts out with the ball at the point right now. He's guarded by Sanders. Comes off the high screen. Gets it over to Hill. Hill to Mosley. Back to Gerdeman. Gerdeman drives baseline. And they're going to get Taylor Anderson for a second. Anderson looked like he was there. Just didn't quite get his feet set. That's going to get Marcus Green back into the game for the Big Red. Anderson's got to sit with 2. Gerdeman lobs it into Ebgen. High lob. Oh, that's right.
That should have been.
That's his 3rd foul. So Gerdeman comes in and tried to get the rebound, knock it out of the hands. He draws the foul, and he's been on the court for probably less than 2 minutes, and he's got 3 fouls. Good idea, but you got to know the situation and what your foul situation is. All right, Forrest brings the ball up now against the man-to-man pressure by West. Gives it to Green. Turns and faces the basket. Gets it back to Forrest. Forrest gets it to Green. Takes it up for the layup and scores it. Marcus doing a good job on the low post. Diedrich with the assist. Diedrich's got 2 assists here in this quarter alone. That narrows the lead to 4. West with the ball on the wing. That's Ebgen. He gives it over to Mace. Gives it inside to
on the ground foul.
Camden Ebgen, and they get Green for the foul. I'll tell you what.
They got to get in front of that boy, I think.
Kind of impressed with his post-up ability. He's really doing a good job.
Yeah.
Uses his body well. I mean, 6'8", it's hard to get around him. He sticks that butt out, and he's like a frame of a 7-footer. They get it inside. Layup there, scored by Zach Mace. Good look from Mosley. Give Mosley the assist. Back to a 6-point lead for West. And Forrest gets it out to Meyer. Meyer dribble penetrates. Elbow jump shot. It's pure. Brody's first point of the quarter.
Warriors down by 4 with a little less than 3 minutes left to go in the half.
Mosley in the front court now for West. Gets it over to Hill. He feeds Ebgen on the low post. He's got great position. Fadeaway jump shot, no good. Green gets the rebound, poked away by Mosley. Got to keep that ball underneath his chin. Not down low where those little guards can get it there. Mosley over to Tyler Ebgen. Over to Hill. He drives, penetrates, shoots an 8-footer. No good. Meyer with the rebound. Once again, brings the ball down low, gets tied up.
Oh, give him a
jump ball going Warrenton's way.
Got to protect that ball, boys.
One of the things I've noticed is West has scouted our offense. Whenever coach calls a play, their coaches are already telling them what play they're running, and they've already know what it's coming.
I kind of saw that, too, because I saw our coach put an X up and their coach put an X up at the same time.
He does it for every play, so they've scouted Warrenton really well. Myers' three's on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Gathered up by Mace. Mosley's going the other way. Gets it down in the corner to Hill. He drives baseline.
Oh, getting Jay for the foul there?
Oh, that's a cheap foul.
That's 3 for Jay.
Yeah, that's 3 for Jay. Jay just kind of lost his footing and slid into the offensive player. That's 3 fouls on Jay. Into the game for West. Large is back in, and coach is going to get
Jay's little brother, a.k.a. big brother, Mason
Sanders into the game for Warrenton. Sanders for Sanders trade.
His second debut as a varsity player. Monday night was his first.
All right, Mosley inbounds it, gets it over to Evgen. He drives the lane, slips, gets it back to Mosley, who drives. Shot fakes, takes it up, and he's going to draw the foul. We're going to get Brody on the reach. Mosley go to the free
Only
throw
his
line.
first, though, with 1:48 left to go in this half. Was he shooting? Or was it foul? It's foul.
Mosley makes the first. And knocks home the second as well. 6-point lead. Matches West's largest. Big possession here for the Big Red. Looking to get some offense. Forrest dribbles the ball, gets it over to Meyer. Baseline's open, he takes it, pulls up, 15-foot jumper, rims in and out. Evgen with the rebound. Mosley gets the ball now. Corner to Mace, gets it back to Mosley. He's going to take the three, rattles out. Fight for the rebound. Martin gets it. A minute 16 to go. Good rebound by Carter Martin. They throw it to Green at the high post. Takes the 17-footer. Shot's no good. Goes off a West player's hands out of bounds.
Now, Marcus normally doesn't take that shot. I was impressed. Now, his brother, Markel, that's his shot.
He's got a good soft touch for a big guy.
Yeah, his brother does too, so.
All right, Brody will inbounds it for Warrenton. West in the still man-to-man. Sanders gets it to Green, over to Forrest. Forrest over to Martin on the right wing, back to Forrest, reverses it to Meyer. Meyer to Forrest. Under a minute to go here. West comes with a double team. You get it to Martin, who feeds Green down low. He spins his left, a little baby hook shot, no good. Fights for his own rebound, but Camden Evgen gets the board. West is going the other way. Mosley drives the lane, spins, kicks it out. Gets it over to Tyler Evgen. Back to Mosley, 30 seconds to go. Coach Kroger calls out a play. Over to Evgen. Camden brings it out. Back to Mosley, 15 seconds. Under 10. Evgen keeps it. Gets it over to Mace. His three, no good. Meyer with a great block out. Takes it to half court, throws up the shot. Too much oomph on that shot. And so after 2 quarters, St. Charles West leads Warrenton 22-16. So they expanded their lead from 3 to 6. But, we talked about it before the game. Both teams average 53 points. Both teams are under their average right now. So defense is doing the better part of this one. It helps with Gerdeman being on the bench for Warrenton. We'll see how long that lasts. So they got a little halftime activity here. All right, we'll take a look at the scores for each team. In the first half, Norman Hill had 6 for West. Camden Evgen had 7. Zach Mace had 2. C.J. Large had 2. And Nathan Mosley had 5. For Warrenton, Marcus Green had 4 off the bench. Taylor Anderson had 2. And then Brody Meyer had 10. Brody averages 15. He's got 10. Diedrich Forrest didn't have any points in the first half. He averages 14. So that's a noticeable nobody's as far as not scoring, but also for West, Carson Gerdeman, their leading scorer who averages 18 points per game, had 0 points. He got himself in foul trouble. He had 2 fouls early in the first quarter, found a seat, and then he came in late in the second quarter, and probably 10 seconds into the second quarter, he picked up his third. So he's saddled with 3 fouls. Only got room for 1 more before he eliminates himself from play as we head to the second half. Both teams spent a lot of time in the locker room at halftime. Didn't get much warm-up or shooting before the start of the second half, so coaches were really making some adjustments and changes and talking to their players. All right, to start the second half, it'll be St. Charles West ball. And Carson Gerdeman does get the start here in the third quarter. Also starting for West are going to be Camden Evgen, Zach Mace, who didn't start, and C.J. Large and Nathan Mosley. So 1 change there. For Warrenton, they bring back their original starting 5. Diedrich Forrest, Brody Meyer, Jay Sanders, Carter Martin, and Taylor Anderson. Underway. Gerdeman dribbles to the left wing, hands off to Large, over to Mosley on the right side. Gerdeman on the baseline. He drives, triple team, kicks it out to Mace. Shot fakes, takes it up, draws a little contact, no foul. Anderson gets the rebound. Up to Brody Meyer now. He drives, Euro steps, and scores.
Started out the second half strong.
That trims the lead to 4. Mosley over to Gerdeman. Gerdeman picks up his dribble, feeds the low post to Evgen. He tries to hook. Drop steps. Finds himself under the basket. Meyer strips him. Ball goes to Carter Martin. And the Warrenton is going the other way. Forrest now gets the ball over to Meyer. Feeds Anderson on the low post, spins to his right, misses the easy layup. Evgen gets the rebound, gets it up quickly to Gerdeman on the secondary break. Gerdeman shot fakes, and they get him for shuffling the puppies at a travel before the shot goes in.
Nice. Brody's fake out messed him up.
A good hustle there to try to block the shot. That's what threw his timing off. All right, Forrest now brings the ball up. See if Diedrich can't get something going here. He drives, step back, drives again. Gives it over to Meyer. Meyer spins into the lane, steps under, and they're going to get Brody for shuffling his feet as well.
What?
You can do that if you're LeBron. But if you're not LeBron, you get called for that.
Yep.
Mr. James, hello to you. All right, Gerdeman with the ball. Pressured by Sanders. And they get him for the back court violation. Good pressure defense from Jay Sanders. Gerdeman really out of sorts here. Being on the bench for 2 quarters and trying to get something going here in the third. He's been called for a travel, and then the back court violation there by the pressure defense from Jay Sanders. Anderson gives it over to Forrest. Back to Anderson, drives, layup no good. Loose ball goes to Mosley. He's going the other way quickly. Martin gets in front. Mosley shot fakes, kicks it back out. Evgen gets it into the lane, tries to go to that right hand. He likes that right hand. Tries a little backdoor pass to Mace. Mace gets it in the corner, and they're going to get 3 seconds on Evgen, who was watching his teammates, see if they're going to gather the ball up or not. Yeah, Evgen seems to like to turn to his right, but most righties do. If you're down low on a post guarding him, I would force him to his left and see what he does. Forrest with the ball, gives it over to Meyer on the right wing. Gives it back to Forrest. He drives the lane, running shot, no good. Camden Evgen with the rebound. He gets it over to Gerdeman. Gerdeman breaks half court. And West is going to call a timeout. 30-second timeout. Wouldn't be surprised here if Coach Kroger didn't set up a play to try to get Gerdeman going a little bit. I'm sure a basket going in would get the pressure off him a little bit. That's what you got to be thinking as a coach. Give my player an easy look, an easy basket, and get his confidence going again.
I think the Warriors' biggest problem is number 2 on St. Charles West is Camden.
Yeah,
he's boxing out. He's putting his butt out. He's getting balls in there, and he's tall as heck, getting those rebounds. So
he really posts up well.
Yeah, he does. He's very impressive.
And he gets the rebound. You got to get your body on him and block him out. We saw in the first game with the girls, Michaela Whithouse did a really good job. She got her butt into the Castro, who's 6'2", and really blocked her out really well. That's what you got to do here. If they watch that game, you got to do the same thing against Evgen. All right, West breaks the huddle. They get the ball into Mosley. He's guarded man-to-man by Forrest. They get it back to Evgen at the right wing. Feeds it to Gerdeman. Ball goes in and out of his hands. And Sanders comes up with a loose ball and gets the steal. So I think they were trying to get it into Gerdeman, like I said. He just couldn't find the handle on the ball. Forrest now in the front court for the Warriors, for Warrenton. Comes off the screen, looks to drive, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Jay Sanders. Sanders to Martin in the corner. His three's on the way.
Nice.
And he rains that one in. Give the assist to Jay Sanders and a 3 to Carter Martin.
Brings the Warriors within 1.
All right, Gerdeman still trying to get going. Sanders forcing him high. Gives it over to Mosley. Over to Mace. Back to Gerdeman on the wing. Gerdeman drives baseline. They're going to get Sanders.
And
unfortunately, those fourth.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's his fourth. Those first class fouls catching up with him there. Mosley inbounds it, gets it into Evgen, who takes one dribble, goes up, misses the shot. Anderson gets the rebound. Meyer brings it up slowly for Warrenton, waiting for the offense to get set. Drives the lane, step back, fakes the shot, gets it out to Martin. Martin drives the lane, feeds Sanders down low. Sanders loses the handle, gets it over to Meyer in the corner. Gerdeman hustles and knocks it out of bounds. Still having a hard time holding on the ball is Carson Gerdeman, but he does save the possession for Warrenton. And Gerdeman's going to the bench. In comes Norman Hill, Tyler Evgen, and Brian Walter. Warriors get the ball into Sanders, over to Forrest now. Forrest guarded by Mosley. Comes off the double screen, picks up his dribble, back to Meyer. Anderson's wide open, gets the ball low post, kicks it out to Sanders, back to Forrest. He takes the wide open 3, comes up short. Mosley with the rebound. He's going to force the issue here. It's triple team, backs out, gets it over to Hill in the corner. He steps in, pulls up jump shot, no good. Sanders hustles, gets the rebound. Does a good job of keeping that ball away from the guards. Gives it up to Forrest. Diedrich dribbles in the front court. Comes off the Meyer screen. Back to Meyer. Meyer's going to take the 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Hill with the rebound. 1 point lead for West. Evgen gets it in the lane. Kicks it back out to Mosley. Mosley sets up a play. Gets it over to Evgen on the right wing. Tyler drives, gets it over to Walters. Goes high-low to Evgen. Evgen misses that layup, gets his own rebound, goes back up, makes that one. Camden Evgen has a 62% field goal percentage from 2 points, and he's missed like 4 or 5 inside, so he was due to make that one. His first basket of the second half. Forrest drives, step back, then drives again, shot fakes, gets the defender up, shoots a shot, misses. Loose ball goes to Walters. And he's going to get fouled by Taylor Anderson. That's a hard one to take that far away from the basket, especially when you're in foul trouble. That's going to be Taylor's third. Some subs coming into the game. Carson Girdman back in. Marcus Green in for the Warrenton Warriors. And C.J. Large back in for the West Warriors. Three-point lead for West. 2:30 left to go here in the third. Hill with the ball at the point, gives it over to Evgen. Looks to go get it to Girdman. A three-pointer from the top of the key. Comes up short. Forrest gets the rebound. Warrenton doing a good job keeping the ball away from West in the rebounds. Meyer takes it up and draws the foul on the secondary break. West was kind of slow getting back on the transition. Meyer made him pay for it. Foul's going to go on Evgen. Tyler's first. Meyer to the free throw line.
What percent Meyer's at right now on his free throws?
For the game or for the year?
Let's go year.
68% for the year.
Okay.
Mace back into the game for West. Brody makes this. The lead will be 2 for West. And it rims out. Girdman with the rebound. He shouts out a play. Dribbles into the front court. Gives it over to Evgen. Over to Mace. Actually, that's Large. Large drives. Euro steps in the lane. Off the iron. No good. Evgen with the rebound. He takes it back up and scores. You called it, John. He's a force on the boards.
He is. When they put his hand in front of him, though, I noticed he's not making all of them as good. So get that hand up. And
Forrest drives, penetrates, spins in the paint, kicks it out to Meyer. Meyer takes one dribble to the left and dribbles back to the right, gives it over to Forrest. Back to Meyer. Shot fakes, drives the lane, shoots the shot, draws another foul. West late on the rotation there. That was C.J. Large. On the help defense, didn't get his feet set in time. He had his arms straight up, but his feet were not set in time. Late getting over on the help defense. Brody back to the free throw line. First one rattles in and out. Nathan Mosley's going to check back in for the West Warriors. Brody knocked down that second one. That trims the lead to 4. Mosley slow to get it across half court, getting close to that 10 seconds. They get it down low to Girdman. Does a good job using the post-up moves and scores the basket. That's Carson's first basket. That gives West their 6-point lead back that they had at the quarter.
1 minute left to go in this third quarter.
Meyer with the ball, gets it over to Spicer, who just got into the game. Over to Martin. Martin dribbles, step back three. Just a little short. Spicer with a great hustle, gets the rebound and misses the shot, though. Good hustle from Spicer to get that rebound.
Yeah.
He's got a big body. He can maybe give Evgen some problems. Girdman with the backdoor cut, misses the layup. Right-handed layup on the left side, misses it. Force going the other way, 30 seconds. Drives baseline, picks up his dribble, gives it to Martin in the baseline. Gives it over to Green. Back to Forrest, 20 seconds to go on the clock. They're going to get a They're going to get double foul here. 2/15 gives you a 30-yard penalty. That's Tyler Ebgen with the foul, and Brody Meyer get the foul. They were tussling. It looked like Ebgen was holding, and Brody was trying to get him off of him so he can get open. Referee called a double foul. It'll be Warrenton's ball underneath their own basket out of bounds. Actually, they're going to do sidelines out of bounds. Martin gets it into Green, over to Meyer. 12 seconds on the clock. Under 10 now. Drives to the right, gets it over to Forrest. Forrest shot fakes. Step back three. Short. Loose ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. So 28-22 here. Still a 6-point lead. Warrenton is keeping it close. We'll take a timeout for this quick commercial break. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. And that's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, your hometown realtors with hometown heart.
I was looking over the roster there, and the St. Charles West boys team is young. What I got here is 3 seniors on it, so, and only one of them was a starter, so they got a great team coming up.
Yeah, you're right. The future looks good for them. Like I said, they got a 7-4 record right now. And only one senior starting. That does look good. All right, Big Red will start with the ball first. Trailing by 6 here as we start the fourth quarter. Jay Sanders back into the game for the Big Red. Taylor Anderson also back in. Starters are in. They get it into Forrest after a little trouble inbounding it.
Close to that 5 seconds, too.
Forrest is guarded by Mosley. Forrest at the point. He feeds Meyer. And they're going to get Zach Mace for reaching over Meyer's back. Meyer was posting up. And Zach Mace went over his back to try to get the ball, and they get him for a foul. That's a quick one on West. Inbounds to Anderson, over to Forrest. Back corner of Martin. Back to Forrest. Mosley tightening the defense up on Forrest. Forrest over to Meyer, handoff. Myers takes it into the paint. Shot's no good. Gets his own rebound and takes it and scores. Myers with 15 now. Mosley into the front court on the dribble. Gets it over to Ebgen. Tyler on the wing.
Just look at Jay Sanders all over him.
Mosley now. Gets it into Camden Ebgen on the low post.
Hands up.
They can go left. They can go left. He goes right.
See?
Baby hook.
See that?
Good. Yeah, you're right. Got his hands up in his face, and he's not as accurate. Tyler Ebgen takes a 2, misses that shot. Brody Meyer gets the rebound. Warriors got a chance here. 28-24. They trail by 4. Meyer gets it to Anderson. Takes it down low. Loses the handle. But it was poked out by Camden Ebgen from behind. Warriors keep the possession. Into the game for St. Charles West. Norman Hill, a 5'8" sophomore guard. All right. Martin inbounds it for the Warriors. Gets it into Forrest. Diedrich drives into the lane. Jump shot from about 10. No good. Sanders fights for the rebound, and he was being held by St. Charles West. And the referee is going to call that on C.J. Large. Sanders always working.
And he's beat up enough already, too.
There's no quitting this kid.
There's not. So
This is the Energizer Bunny. He runs all 24/7. All right, get it into Anderson. One dribble in, misses the layup. Camden Upton gets the rebound. Mosley brings the ball up now. Guarded by Forrest. Gets it over to Hill on the left wing to Evgen, who tries to feed the low post. Large doing a good job posting up Brody Meyer there and get Brody for reaching over. That's going to be Brody's third. And that's going to get Carson Gerdeman back into the game for St. Charles West. Gerdeman's going to inbound it for West. Gets it into Mosley. Mosley dribbles, feeds a low post down to Evgen, who takes it up, but draws the foul from Anderson. Misses the shot. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot free throws. That's going to be Taylor's fourth.
He's looking at the bench. He's happy what he sees. Nobody's getting up.
Upton showing a little fatigue, misses that free throw. Into the game for West, Zach Mace, the 6'4 senior, get forward. And Brian Walter checks back in as well. And we're going to get a Warrenton timeout. Full timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break. Warrenton fans, this is your moment to be part of something big. The Warrenton Sports Network broadcasts 100 live events each year, and we want your business on the court with us. With flexible ad packages and an average audience of 1,500 viewers per event, your message reaches the heart of our community, families, students, alumni, and loyal Warrior fans. When you sponsor, you're not just advertising, you're helping keep these live streams alive. Without your support, they wouldn't be possible. Join us, stand with our athletes, support our community. Contact the Warren County R3 School District office today to learn more. With the Warrenton Sports Network, where community comes to watch.
Shout out to all the teachers that came tonight to get honored. All the seniors tonight, boys and girls, between games got to pick one teacher that has touched their lives throughout their schooling career here at Warrenton High School. Each of them pulled somebody out there, got their picture with them, and we're honored to have that teacher. So thanks you all for coming tonight and being honored, and thank you for what you do to our kids here in Warrenton.
I got a kick out of Brody's choosing his kindergarten teacher. Most kids pick high school teachers, and Brody picked his kindergarten teacher.
Him and Taylor were the only ones that didn't pick high school.
So that's awesome to see.
Yeah. And they were both at Rebecca Boone School, so they were at that school together.
All right, Evgen with his second free throw here. Good rotation and a good shot from Camden Evgen. You know, we talk about Gerdeman scoring 18 points and being the leading scorer for West, but Camden Evgen averages 17 points per game. He's keeping them in the game tonight. All right, Forrest with the ball for Warrenton.
And half of those are probably free throws.
They are. Anderson, high post. Gets it over to Meyer. Comes off the screen. Nope, takes it up the leg. Drives to the right. Spins to the left. Shot in the paint. No good. Gerdeman with the rebound. 5-point lead for West.
They're trying to feed Gerdeman down low.
All right, Mosley feeds Evgen. Backdoor pass to Gerdeman. You called it, John. Nice pass from Evgen to Gerdeman. Give Camden the assist there. 7-point lead. That's the largest for either team tonight. Forrest goes between the legs on the dribble. Euro steps, misses the layup. Gerdeman with another rebound. He's pushing it up the court. Little secondary break. Takes it all the way to the hole. Misses the shot. Walter's there with the rebound. Takes it back up. Misses the shot. Meyer gets the rebound. He gives it over to Forrest. Warriors on a secondary break. The big red score with Diedrich Forrest getting on the board. Back to a 5-point lead now for West. Warrenton picking up a little man-to-man full court here. Gerdeman in the front court with the dribble. Guarded by Forrest. Gets it over to Mace. Back to Mosley. Swing it to Gerdeman. Gerdeman drives. It's a little give and go to Evgen. Takes it up and draws the foul on Anderson. That's going to be Taylor's fifth. Did a good job guarding Evgen, but ends up fouling out. Marcus Green comes in. Evgen to the free throw line again. Evgen knocks down the first one. And scores the second. Another good-looking shot there. So you've got his win back.
The press.
Up by 7. They bring a little man-to-man pressure. Got to be getting close to 10 seconds. Force with the ball now. Goes between the legs. Gets it into the paint. Shot fakes. Kicks it out to Meyer. Back to Martin. Got a wide-open 3. And he drains it. Carter Martin's made his second 3. Brody Meyer with the assist. Good job finding the wide-open shooter. That trims the lead back to 4. Warrenton's still in this. Mosley gets it over to Mace. Mace to Gerdeman. Gerdeman drives the lane. He loses the handle as he drove. Meyer comes up with it. Gets tripped up and still has the ball. Back to Green. Back to Meyer. Scores the layup. Brody Meyer got 2 more. Nice assist from Marcus Green. Little give-and-go action on the fast break. 2-point lead now for the West Warriors. Crowd comes alive asking for a defense. St. Charles West coach asking for a full timeout. So leading scorers for each team, Camden Evgens got 14 for West, and Brody Meyer has 17 for Warrenton. Those two have been the mainstay of offense tonight for both teams. Carter Martin's made 2 threes for Warrenton, and Norman Hill's made 2 threes for St. Charles West. So like I said, these teams are very evenly matched, and we've got a good one here at Warrenton High School tonight.
St. Charles West ball as we come out with 3:25 left to go in this game.
Gerdeman will inbound for West. Warrenton picking up man-to-man. Mosley over to Gerdeman on the left wing. He drives baseline. Quick move. Draws the foul on Marcus Green. And he'll go to the free throw line. That's a good first step by Gerdeman. Really explosive.
He's fast.
Marcus Green. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's why he's so good. I mean, he's fast when he drives. He's going down the line. So
this would be Marcus's 3rd foul. And Gerdeman makes the first. You know, if Marcus gets over there a step earlier, he might have a chance for a charge or, you know, not get that foul.
A good bounce off for sure.
Oh, and Gerdeman misses the second. Green gives it over to Sanders, who saves it before it goes out of bounds. Over to Brody Meyer, who did the Texas 2-step up the bleachers.
That boy.
All right, Meyer setting up a play for the Big Red. They trail by 3 with 3 minutes to go. Drives to his right, comes off the Martin screen, gives it to Sanders, back to Meyer. Shot fakes. Feeds the post to Green. Green takes one dribble, goes up, and offensive basket from Marcus Green. Took it up strong. Actually initiated the contact And that gave him space to score over Elgin. Gerdeman with the ball for St. Charles West. Clears out the player, gets it over to Mosley. Mosley back to Elgin. Looks like Elgin's got a little bandage on his nose, like he's got a bloody nose. It's hard to breathe when you're going to breathe out of one nostril. That'll play a part of the game if he gets tired and has to go to those free throws and make free throws. Keep the pressure on him. Marcus is doing that right now. West is content to run a little clock here. Looking for an easy layup. Got to make him handle the ball. Mosley over to Elgin. Elgin tries to go by Green. Green drops steps and keeps up with him. Ball back to Gerdeman. They're just running a delay here. St. Charles West happy they got a 3-point lead. They're going to wait for a layup or a blow by on the dribble here. Elgin's doing a blow by, but good help by Forrest. Back to Mosley. Over to Large. Back to Elgin. This is an old-fashioned delay game. Here's what we got to hear. You don't see this very often. West is executing it pretty well. Elgin almost gave it up on the dribble. Gets it back to Gerdeman. Really don't want your 6'8" forward handling the ball.
Dribbling?
Out of the point.
Yeah, you don't think?
Green.
He's starting to get a little. Oh, that's his.
Green gets a foul. That's his fourth. I think Elgin's going to go to the line. This is one of those times you really want to get it lined up really quickly, so Elgin goes to the lane and shoots it when he's tired. Because like I said, he's got that one nostril with a bandage in it. Send him to the free throw line, and he's going to be tired. He's also coughing. I wonder if he's got like some blood going down his throat or something. All right. Camden Elgin at the free throw line, 87% free throw shooter, 1-point lead for West. And the first one short. A lack of oxygen will do that to you. You know, when you practice your free throws, you always want to shoot your free throws when you're tired, when you're practicing. Because late in the game like this, you don't want to be short. But like I said, he's got an excuse. He's only got one nostril he's breathing out of right now.
Yep.
It's not easy. Second one is short also.
And they got the rebound.
Oh,
now.
my goodness. That's terrible. Terrible break for the Big Red. All right, Gerdeman's got the ball. Martin's got a foul with under a minute to go, sending him back to the line. Martin's only got one foul. Gerdeman's 1 for 2 tonight from the free throw line. He shoots it at a 78 clip this year. You know, even if they make 2 free throws here, it's still a one-possession game. Just got to block out. Gerdeman's first is pure. Knocks that one in. Gerdeman's second on the way, and he knocks that down as well. And Coach Thomas is going to take a timeout.
56 seconds left to go.
Full timeout. Warrenton trails by 3. Just under a minute to go here.
These are the type of games I love. Close games. It's always better when we win, too.
They bring out the character in you. You know,
Yeah.
even if you lose, you usually learn something from it. But everybody likes a close game. Great teachable moments, and you can always build for the future if you aren't successful.
Tonight, we are happy to have Joe Green back on our bench tonight. Just got out of the hospital, I believe, Wednesday. Had an incident that happened, and it's great to be back here at school watching his team cheer on his team. So he's an asset that's played on varsity, and hope to get him back by the end of the year. I'm not for sure what his prognosis is or what we're going to be, but I know for sure he'll be on the sideline, so cheering him on.
Keep him and his family in the thoughts and prayers. He's doing well. And let's keep on going. Keep on keeping on, Joe. All right, out of the timeout, looks like St. Charles West is going to pick up a little full court pressure here. They lead by 3. They're picking up man-to-man. They get it into Meyer. Meyer's got the hot hand tonight for Warrenton. Over to Martin. Martin drives the lane, double clutches, shoots, misses. Strips the ball from Evgen. Evgen's got the ball, though. Oh, and they foul him. They had him in trouble. I almost shouldn't have let him jump out of bounds. They had him pinned under the basket. They get the Brody for the foul. That's his 4th.
That's the last person we want to foul.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But hopefully he's tired.
That's true. He dismissed too. It's a possibility. Yeah, I had to play basketball with my nose clogged up like that one time, and it was horrible. That's how I know what he's going through. He makes that one. Coming off the timeout, he's a little more rested. Before he was out dribbling around during the delay, he was definitely more winded. Does a good job of taking his time at the free throw line. Second one's long. Green gets the rebound up to Meyer.
3 on
Meyer
2.
Takes the layup and scores, and they're going to get a blocking foul on Gerdeman.
That's his 4th, I think.
That's his 4th. A chance for Brody to make an old-fashioned three-pointer. Brody's got 19.
I didn't think he moved.
You see right there where that assistant coach is up yelling at the referees. You can get technical for that. All right, so 2-point lead. Did you see who called the timeout?
I think we did. We have 2 and they have 3. I think we did.
Yeah, if we called. That's right, yep. All right, so Brody's got 19 now, chance to make it 20. Camden Evgen's got 15 for West. All right, so if Warrenton makes this, they're down by 1. You got to imagine that St. Charles West is going to go back to their delay game. Based upon their bench, they've got 4 guards in there, and Camden Evgen, who's a pretty good ball handler for being 6'8". So I got to imagine they're going to run their delay game again. So Coach Thomas, you got to say, go for the steal. If you don't go get the steal, go for a foul. And I almost think you got to be wise here and make sure it's not Camden Evgen that you foul.
Yeah,
because he's just too good of a free throw shooter. Now I know Coach doesn't have all their stats, but I do. There's certain players on the court that you definitely would want to foul. All right, Brody Meyer needs to make this. Hits it long. Sanders fights for the rebound. Gerdeman gets it and goes down with no time off the clock. And they're going to get Jay Sanders. So Jay's fighting until the end.
I called a travel on that.
That's his 5th.
Oh, they gave it to Brody below. I didn't realize he had 4. I guess he does.
They gave it to Jay.
Well, down below they did that.
Right, the table didn't. So you've got a minute to get a sub in here. But with the shooting the free throws, Gerdeman's going to step up there. And it's the first one. He drains that, hits the back of the rim, and goes straight down. That's perfect form right there.
It's probably the first time I ever saw a person with 5 fouls not get kicked out right away,
Right, on the 2 free throws.
Normally, they normally get rid of them.
Yeah, Mason Sanders in for his brother Jay. Once again, 3-point lead here. This could be the difference between a 1 possession or a 2 possession. He makes that. Warriors get it into Martin, Meyer brings it up the court. Over to Sanders. Back to Green on the post. His shot's blocked by Evgen. And he's going to pick up the foul on Green. Oh, they're going to call that on Carter Martin.
Well, good.
That means Marcus Green can stay in there longer. All right. For a 4-point lead. And the first one almost rimmed out, but snuck in the basket there. And the second one, he knocks that one down. So 6-point lead now for West. Meyer brings it up for the Warriors. 3 from top of the key, off the backboard, no good. Elgin the rebound, goes over to Gerdeman. Gerdeman's going to bring it up and run some clock here. Brody Meyer fouls him. And that's going to be Brody's 5th. Sending Gerdeman to the free throw line. Lemkuhl's going to come in for Brody. Gerdeman drains the first. And he misses the second. Mason Sanders with the rebound, gives it over to Forrest. Forrest deep 3. Doesn't hit the rim, goes out of bounds. Half a second left to go here. The Big Red put up a good fight tonight, but just came up a little bit short. Good effort. So St. Charles West wins 42-35. That makes them 8-4 on the season, and Warrenton 4-8. So welcome in, folks, to the post-game show. Your front row seat to all the action, analysis, and highlights from tonight's matchup. We're breaking down every big play and standout performance and game-changing moment. So once again, your final score, 42-35. St. Charles West wins. Warrenton was in this all the way. They trailed most of the game. They did have a slight lead. They had actually led by 5 at one point in the second quarter. But at the end of the first quarter, it was 13-10 West, 22-16 at halftime, 28-22. So basically a 6-point lead for West, and they ended up winning by 7. Warrenton got it down to a one-possession game with a minute to go, but couldn't get it any closer than that. Stars of the game for Warrenton. Brody Meyer led the way with, 20 points? Let's see, he had 19. He had 19 points. Brody had 19 points. That's back-to-back games where he's high scorer. And then leading scorer for St. Charles West was Camden Ebgen. He averages 17 points per game, and he had 18 this evening. So good game for the Big Red, good game for St. Charles West, good game for our viewers to watch. John, any final thoughts?
Warriors play here, home, next Tuesday the 13th against Sullivan. So make sure if you can make it here for another home game. We have a lot of home games coming up here, but I think they played a good game, and very proud of them. So
yes, up next, St. Charles West will play a home contest versus Orchard Farm on Tuesday, January 13th. Also on Tuesday, January 13th, Warrenton will play a home game versus the Sullivan Eagles. That game will be live streamed right here on the Warrenton Sports Network. Our next broadcast will be Monday when the girls play in their own tournament. They'll play the McClure North Stars at 8:30 on Monday, January 12th. There are 3 other games before that on Monday. So if you want to come up and watch a lot of hoops, come up to the Warrenton Winter Shootout starting on Monday. That'll do it from Warrenton. For our crew, our sponsors, and the entire Warrenton community, this is Keith Brown and John Meyer saying thanks for spending part of your night with us. We'll see you next time on the Warrenton Sports Network, your home for hometown sports, and go Big Red.